What you doing, my friends? Thank you so much for showing up to my channel today. I am the Jovenshire, and here we cover all things video games, superheroes, nerdiness, comic books, all the fun stuff that you like. And I take all the news that I want to talk about, and I send it to your faces and your ear holes, and then we talk about it in the comments below. And I don't like to edit my videos because I used to do a lot of like the fast cuts, but now I just like to, this is just me. This is just me talking to you, breaking down the fourth wall, and now I don't know, feels a lot more honest, just feels like it's something that I can talk to you guys about, and it's fun to connect with you on that. So first of all, thank you so much, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, because if you like this video, I guarantee that you like the other videos that we do here on the channel, and if you would like to support and make this channel even more successful or make it work for me, because it is technically my job now, please hit the notification bell and just watch videos when they pop up. Retention time is really important. So if you watch from the beginning to end, that's super helpful. But now, let's go ahead and get, now that we're done with all the shameless plugs, let's go ahead and get into the real meat and potatoes of the news today. Now, normally on Fridays, it's not a big news day. And admittedly, not a lot of news that I saw broke out today. The news I do want to talk about is news that hit last night that I was like, oh, we're looking at this now, are we? Well, almost died there. I had a crazy con season this year. There were a lot of conventions, and now it's the end of the year, and I can just kind of breathe easy and relax and not think about 2019 yet. Nay, nay, said Sony. Nay, nay, they said indeed. Sony came out yesterday and said that at E3 2019, that's right, we're already looking at plans and stuff for E3 2019, 6-7 months away. But Sony came out and said that they will not, PlayStation will not be at E3 this year, which makes a little bit of sense if you want to look at their last, let's call it a performance at E3 this year. I'm a big Sony fan. As much as I love Xbox, I love PlayStation exclusives. Who doesn't? PS4, Spider-Man PS4 was my game of the year. Anywho, this year at E3, their presentation was a little lackluster, very weird, and their live stream was just odd because they did this one bit with Last of Us, and then they're like, all right, cool, everyone, we're going to move to another room, which I don't think was very necessary, and also let's go to people live streaming this and talking about what they just saw for way too long. It was different and not in a good way. Normally, the PlayStation presentation is amazing, but will not be happening in 2019. So what does this mean for what we can expect from Sony? Does this mean that we aren't going to get any major announcements from them? Well, that's just not true. I'm saying it right here, right now. Next year is going to be the console year. This time next year, mark my words, I don't know when the 16th of November lands. Hold on, I'm going to pull this up because this is very important. I'm going to go to November of 2019, and you can mark this on your calendars. Either the 12th or the 15th, we will be having a PlayStation 5. But I'm not going to stop there. I think on the same day, give or take 7 days. Give me this. I'm not super psychic. We will also have a new Xbox. And all of the information and all the proof is out there. Now, you're probably wondering, whoa, wait a second, Joven. Why would, if Sony said that they weren't going to do any PlayStation announcements at E3, why would you expect to see that? Well, fun little fact about the timeline thus far. Back in February of 2013, they announced the PlayStation 4 for its release in November of 2013. And that same year, Xbox announced the Xbox One. That was announced at E3 in May and then finally released around the same time in 2013. In fact, that's kind of what led to the Jovenhawk for all the Smosh Games fans. I Nostradamus that date, and I was off just by a little. And I'm doing it again right now, but not with the faux hawk. Sorry. So that was 2013. Again, PlayStation 4 was announced in February. Now let's fast forward 3 years to February of 2016. That's when they announced the PlayStation 4 Pro. And then it was released November of 2016, 2013, 2016, 3 years to 3 years. All right, great. What happens in another 3 years? 2019. So I think that we will be getting the PlayStation 4 announcement in, that's right, February of 2019. That is just around the corner for a November release of the PlayStation 5. Let's just call it the PlayStation 5. Another reason why this will probably happen is because next year is the 25th anniversary of the PlayStation. So will it be called the PS25, the PS Quarter? I don't know. But I think all signs lead up to next year being a very big PlayStation year. Now, normally in November, December, PlayStation has what they call the PSX, the PlayStation Experience. Last year, it was like a big show for them to kind of announce the stuff that they were doing the following year and talk about things. We aren't getting that this year, and again, I think it's because they aren't ready to announce the PlayStation 5. We're about 3 months too early. Will we have a PlayStation Experience in February? Is that what they call it? To me, marketing-wise, that makes sense to me. When they announced that they weren't going to be doing the PlayStation Experience, I think it wouldn't have made sense for them to be like, oh, but we will do it in February, because then everyone would put 2 and 2 together and realize, oh, wait a second, that's when they announced all of their PlayStation consoles. Like, I guess that's going to be that. So I do think that they will announce that in February it's a PlayStation Experience. They will announce the PlayStation 5 for the 25th anniversary of PlayStation, and we will be getting our next console. Now, there's a lot of people that like to argue this. I'm like, whoa, we just got these systems, man. It's not time for the next generation. Well, let me prove you a little wrong here. Again, going back to the calendar, it is 3 years, and now 3 years. That is the cycle for a next-gen console. And to kind of look at a tiny detail from E3 this year at the Bethesda announcement or Bethesda conference. First of all, E3 this year was such a big year for games, and that's also how the E3 timeline always goes. It always goes like hardware year, tease games, big games, and then finally we're looking at hardware again. So next year is, by the way, history repeats itself. Next year for E3 is a hardware year. So, boom, it's going to happen. But also, at the Bethesda presentation, like I was talking about, they did announce Elder Scrolls 6, whatever title that may be. But they were very quick to mention, it's like, hey, we are working on this right now, but yes, this is a next-gen game. So I do not think that it will be a launch title. I 100% think that we will get Elder Scrolls 6 in 2020 when we get like all because the first wave of games on a new console is really just, it's kind of a test wave. It's like, hey, here's what the system is capable of doing, and then it takes the next 2 years to really get the big games out there. So that's where we are with PlayStation. We know that there is going to be another console. Developers are already working on games for the next gen console, proven by Bethesda. The timeline and dates all lead up to the 25th anniversary of PlayStation having a new PlayStation year. They always release in November, so it's going to happen then. But what about Xbox? I know we've been talking about PlayStation this whole time. Is Xbox going to do their new system? They will be doing a new system, and I think that we are very close to it. I do think that we will get the Xbox announcement in May, but we will not see the next Xbox until 2020. Again, this is my guess based on the release structure for the Xbox One X, which was originally teased in 2016 as the Xbox Scorpio. And it did not come out that November with the PlayStation Pro. It waited till 2017, so a year and a half, and then they released the Xbox One X. So it is actually in their release pattern where Microsoft is okay with announcing at E3 and then not giving you a console for a year and a half. I do think that we will get the announcement of the new Xbox One. Oh, actually, you know what? No, I want to take it back. We will not be getting the Xbox, the next Xbox in 2020. We 100% will get it in 2019, along the same time as the next PlayStation. I do know that the Xbox One X didn't come out until 2017, and that is kind of close as a 2-year window between an upgrade versus the next console. I do think that's good enough for them, because next year they're not going to have much to talk about new game-wise, because you need to talk about something at E3. And if Microsoft and Nintendo's already really kind of stepped out of E3 in the first place. They have their Nintendo Directs. They don't do the big presentation. So Xbox is the last major company outside of all the developers. So they need to make their E3 the biggest year ever. So yes, PlayStation 5 will be announced in February of next year, and then to just kind of like steal E3, Microsoft will announce their next Xbox, and it will come out November of 2019, because guess what? If all the other developers are now working on these next-gen games, they can't announce games that we're not going to get anything next year. So we're going to announce the new Xbox, and then all of the developers will be able to say, yes, this new game is coming out on the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, whatever that might be called. So that is what we can expect from 2019. Do I sound like I have the ramblings of a crazy man? I probably do sound like I'm a crazy man, and that's okay, because, psychic people are normally crazy, right? So that's what's happening. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments below, or if you think it is too soon for a next-gen console, which is okay. You can think that. It does follow history, so, it's not too soon. It's probably actually precisely on time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video today. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let's talk there. That's why I like to make these videos, because I like to connect with you. Again, if you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're a fan, and if you're a new subscriber, first of all, thank you so much for finding this channel. If you are a new subscriber, hit that notification bell, because if you do want to help and support the Smosh and Smosh Games crew, the 3 best things you can do is anytime you see a tweet that you like from us, please hit that retweet button. If you see a photo on Instagram that you like, not only like it, but leave a comment. And when it comes to YouTube, the first hour is really important, so if you can show up, just show up whenever you can. And the more you watch of a video, the more it helps us, because this is now officially our job. So we are still here creating as much content as we possibly can for you guys, because we love you guys, and you guys inspire me. So thank you so very much. And of course, till the next time, I'll see you later.